Hi, Susan Norwell here, reading A Squiggly Story for the Rett U Book Club, modeling in Grid 3, Supercore 50. Whoa, that's a mouthful. Before we start though, written by Andrew Larsen and Mike Lowry. So, one of the things I love about this book is that it's a story about writing, and a really fun story about writing. But it's just so important that we all learn to write, because we can say whatever we want to say if we can write. And I'm going to really dedicate this to David Copenhaver, because he really taught me about writing and impressed on me the importance of everybody writing. And once I started writing, boy, did I find out how important it is. So, but before we start reading, we are going to check out some of the words we might need to talk about this story. So I am going to go back home, jump back home. I was playing around here, so now here I am. And in this story, there are some people. There is a brother, there's some children, and there is a brother and a sister. So a little girl and a little boy. Whoops, sorry. Oh goodness. Little girl, I forget that this hops back so fast. A little girl and a little boy. And they are people, sister and brother. And I will tell you that when I describe this sister, she is very, very kind. She is very, very sweet. She's fun with her brother, but she's very, very nice. Quality about her is that she's very, very kind. She's like the best sister ever. She's very, very nice. And I think, jump back, she is very, very smart, as is her brother. But she's kind of different. A different kind of sister, because she's so nice to her brother. Gosh, well, we wish all of them were that nice. And in this story, she keeps telling him, you can do it. Those are very, very important words. You can do it. Some of our position words are also very important, because we are talking about more. We are talking about the beginning and the middle and the end of a story. So that is very, very important. Our position words. We can go back home. We're also talking about some feelings in this story, and feeling very excited and happy, and maybe a little bit scared. Maybe a little bit scared or worried about this beginning writing, just a little bit. But the sister is so helpful that you find the little boy feeling proud and excited at the end, which I think is just really, really great. And the other thing we're going to look at is this thing over here, school. And under school, we're going to look at English, because we are talking about a story that someone is writing and reading. And we're talking about letters. And we're talking also about words. And I did find that there's a page. Turn the page after page. And also we were talking about words. And I thought I saw this in here. Oh, there it is. Words. So there are some of the things that we're going to be talking about in this story. And I think we can get started. And when we're in school, the other word that we might play around with in school is kids are going to listen and look at his book, at his story. All right, so jump back home. Let's delete everything so we get going. All right, A Squiggly Story. Oh, I love this book. A Squiggly Story by Andrew Larsen, Mike Lowry. My sister loves to read. Big words and little words. Page after page, word after word. Oh my goodness. She doesn't just like to read. She actually loves. She loves to action probably at school. Where did we find that? Do you remember? She loves to read.
Read.
She loves to read. And she is reading big words and little words, page after page, word after word. My sister loves to write. Oh my goodness. My sister, action, loves, there we go, loves to, if I delete that, then I'm going to get right.
Right.
She loves to write big words and little words, big words and little words,
Little.
page after page. Oh my goodness, look at
English.
this. She is writing page after page, and word after word. She sounds very smart, doesn't she? She is, I think, very, very smart.
Smart.
Very smart. People that like to read. It's a very smart thing, I think. Sometimes I pretend I can write too. Let's see how we would find that word. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to spell the word pretend. And once I figure out how to turn off this annoying sound that it makes every time I spell something, I will. I just haven't taken the time to figure that out. Pretend. And I would like to find that word. So it's going to help me in describe quality of something is it could be pretend. But also, it's an action. We can pretend, and we can use that word both ways. So, describe, quality. Sometimes I pretend I can write too. I would like that word on this front page. I can school, English. I can write too. Big letters and little letters. Swirl after swirl and squiggle after squiggle. And so when we look at him, we can see that he is writing some words. There's the word cat. And there's the word bee with a backwards B. But we can also see that there are lots of just pretend writing, lots of squiggles and wiggles mixed in with those words because he is just beginning. Position more. He's just
beginning.
He's just at the beginning of writing. Not the end, just the beginning of writing. What are you doing? I asked my sister one day while we're sitting at the kitchen table. Oh, let me read that again. I didn't read that very well. What are you doing? I asked one day while we're sitting at the kitchen table. Look at that. They're just sitting there, brother and sister sitting there. I'm writing a story. Oh, I love his questions. He has these questions. What are you
doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm writing a story. Oh my goodness. I think it should be I am, don't you think? Probably if I do this. I am school. I love learning this system.
Reading.
I am writing a story. I am writing a
story.
A story. I wish I could write a story. Oh, I love that. He says, I want to do that. I want to do that, writing a story. You can. It's easy, she says. I love this sister. She doesn't say, nah, you're too little, you can't do it. She says, you can. It's easy. You, buddy, you can. It is, let's describe it. It is
easy.
It is easy. Son of a gun, I just love that about her. How? Oh my goodness, this is a great question. Oh, that was already up there.
How?
How do I do it? How do I do it? I know my letters, but I don't know many words. Actions. I know.
No.
I know my, I'm going to go to school again. I know my letters. I know my letters.
Letter.
I know my ABCs.
Alphabet.
But I don't know many words. Don't know many words. No, I don't know many words. Oh, there we go. I don't know many words. Write what you know. Best advice ever. Best advice ever. I'm telling you, this sister is really smart. I want you to write what you know.
No.
Write what you know. Every story starts with a single word. It all starts with
English.
a single word.
Word.
And every word starts with a single
Letter.
letter. You start there with a letter. I love her. She's kind. She's supportive. She's like my favorite sister in a book ever. I really just love her.
Love.
I love her.
Her.
I just love her. So I get my crayons and pencils and a pad of paper and I start to write. And I start with a single letter. It is an easy letter. You see that letter? This is down here. That's me. That is me. That is me with that lovely letter. That's a good beginning, his sister says. That is such a, I'm going to describe it, that is such a good beginning. Quality. That is good. Well, oh, you know what? I always do this here. I forget it's on the first page. That is so silly. Get off there. Let's go there. Jump back. That is a good, and remember, position. More. That is a good beginning. And I did play with this a little bit so that I got these words all in a row. Beginning, middle, end. I did. I admit that I did do that. So that if you're having trouble finding that, that's why. Now what? What's going to happen? Ooh, she's saying, tell me more. Tell me more. Now what? What is going? What is going to happen? Well, how should I know? It's your story. You're the boss. Oh, that's important to remember. It is your story. It is your story. Oh my goodness. That's very good to remember. School. English. It is your
Story.
It is your story, buddy. You're the boss. What? I'm stuck. What happens in my story? I cannot
Count.
I cannot think. I cannot think
Think.
of what to do. I cannot think of what to do.
Do.
I just can't. So, I draw a circle. It's a soccer ball. Then I write another letter. U. It's you. Y-O-U. It's
You.
you. I am playing soccer with you. I love how this guy thinks. He
He.
is such a good, so good at thinking. So good at thinking. Such a good thinker.
Thinking.
He's thinking really a lot. All those good thoughts. Great, says his sister. Where are we playing soccer? Oh, she wants him to keep telling more and more.
More.
Where are we playing soccer? Maybe we're playing at the beach, I suggest. We've never played soccer at the beach. Oh, that's something new. So I do a bunch of dots for the sand at the beach. Oh, and then I make a bunch of V's. So there's the dots for the sand, and there's the V's. Oops, over there. There's the V's for the waves. Big V's and little V's, wave after wave in the ocean. Big V's, big ones and little ones.
Little.
Wave after wave in the ocean. Boy, he is really thinking. I'm stuck again. I start doodling. I doodle another V, but this time I doodle it upside down. Oh, upside down. I wonder if that's in our position words. That would be a good one, wouldn't it? That's where it belongs. If it's not here, next time I'm here, I'm going to put it here. It is upside down, so the bottom is at the top.
Top.
It is turned over. The bottom is at the top. It's completely turned over. That's what I'm saying. Oh no! It's a shark! It's getting closer and closer. I flip the page to get away from the shark. Oh, now the story. Now this story. Oh my goodness, I love a good story. Now this story is just getting, I have to tell you, it is getting a little bit, let's get to our feelings, a little bit scary. I think we might feel a little bit scared. A bit scared of this terrible, ferocious shark. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, here we go. Let's clear that. The next day, I bring my story to school. Gosh, I love that. It's my turn for show and tell, and that means I get to sit in Mrs. Singh's chair. Everyone else sits on the carpet, ready to listen. They are all sitting there, ready to listen to my story. Oh my gosh, I bet he's so proud. There's Mrs. Singh right there. And there's our friend, the brother in the chair. Last night I started to write a story. It's sort of squiggly, but here it goes. Here's the important part, kiddos, is your story can be squiggly. Your ideas are what's important. You could use your eye gaze to make squiggles and then add some words, and you can add some letters, because your story is your idea on the paper. You're the boss. I like a squiggly story. Once upon a time, there was a brother and a sister. And they loved, they loved, let's see if I can get to loved. Ha, I love when that happens. They loved to play soccer. And there are the words that he wrote. I, soccer, play soccer with you. One day they had an idea. They decided to play soccer at the beach, and so they went to the beach and played soccer. I play soccer, ... There's the sand, waves, waves, waves at the beach. Then they noticed something coming toward them in the water. Big V. Whoa, no, that is, describe, that is ugly, that is bad, that is very, very quality. That is very, very scary. That's what I'm looking for. I would really like to find that word. So let's do this. Let's go here. Let's jump back. I want to find scared. I can find scared. I can't find scary. So let's look. We're home. We're going to write. Get that spelling. And spell scary. S-C-A-R-Y.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find it. Scary. Describe. Feels. That feels
Scary.
scary. That would feel very scary. Oh my goodness. And that's as far as I got. That's wonderful, says Mrs. Singh. What happens next? What about the shark? What about the brother and the sister? Oh my goodness. What about all these questions? What? Where? What happened? All these questions. I don't know. I do not. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Class, does anyone have an idea? Well, that's a good thing to do. We could ask the class. Jake waves his hand in the air. I do. We all know somebody like Jake, don't we? Maybe one of them kicks the ball and it hits the shark in the head. Boing. Then maybe the shark bites the ball with his big, pointy, sharp teeth. Oh, I do think that he does have big, pointy. I don't think I'm going to have describe quality. But he could have sharp teeth. Ooh, pointy, sharp. He certainly has strong teeth. That is for sure. And I think if we go back, they might feel, I think this is where we're going to find it. Not gentle. Ooh, dangerous. They're definitely going to feel dangerous. And I think they're going to feel very sharp. Oh my goodness, look at that. I'm so happy we found it. Alia offers another idea. What if the shark's name is Squiggles? Well, that kind of works with our story. What if Squiggles is a vampire shark? What if she invites the brother and sister to ride on her back? You know what I would say? I would say, no, thank you. I am not going to do that. I am not riding on the back of a shark because that would feel, that feels scary. And not just, I have to tell you, not just a little bit scary. I think that's really, well, I have to work on that, that's for sure. Got to fix that jumping back. That's really, really scary. Really scary. I'm not riding on a shark. Vampires can't swim. Everyone knows that. Oh, see, brother's having a little trouble with that idea. Well, of course they can swim. Vampires can do anything. Well, I don't know. I don't know any vampires. But it's my story, and I don't want vampires in my story. Oh, man. Oh, he's remembering. It is my, I love this kid. It is my story. And I don't want those vampires. If I was writing a story, I'd have a lot of vampires. then you should write one. But I like yours. Oh, well, you can't have it both ways, sister. You're gonna have to write your own story. You need to write yours. That night after dinner, I sit down beside my sister, her face is buried in a book. I did that a lot when I was a kid. I've been thinking about my story all day, and I still don't know how to end it. He's trying to figure out how, where's my questions? I need a few more. How to end it. How to
English.
How to, oh, you know what? I'm thinking that I need to go to English, but I need position words. How to end it. Go ahead. Right here. How to end it. Look at, he's sitting on the back of the chair. I think right now he's probably feeling a little bit sad, right? Because he just doesn't know what to do. Remember, you're the author, she says without looking up. You can do whatever you want. I love her. She doesn't give him an answer. She just says, you can do it. You can do it. So I get my pencil and I start with a bunch of stars. Then I add a few exclamation marks because my sister told me they make things really exciting. She's right. It is exciting. And I add a couple of slanty lines. So he's got these stars, exclamation points, slanty lines, and now he's going to pretend. He's going to pretend. He's going to do that wonderful, wonderful thinking. He's going to do that wonderful thinking. And pretend. What's going on? Asked my sister, looking up from her book. It's nighttime. The stars are out. The shark has gone away, and we decided to take a walk on the beach. And that's when we discovered this giant rocket ship. Oh my goodness. It is not just big. It is not just big. It is giant. Giant, giant, giant. So let's see if we can go under describe A to Z's and find the word giant under the G's. No. We need that word. I think giant would be a very good word to have here. It is giant or huge or really, really big. Let's look. There's big. Oh! Huge or enormous. Those are great words. We can use huge and enormous instead of giant. We certainly can. I like it. That sounds cool. Then what happens? Oh, she always wants to hear more. That's what makes a good story. Just a little bit more. Tell me more. We hear a voice. It's counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Not yet, I say, adding one more squiggle. He said, hey, this is my story. Just before the rocket blasts off, we spy a Martian looking out through a window. The Martian invites us to come inside. He says, come on, you can come in. You can get in my rocket. That's a great ending. That is a very good, even better than good. That is my favorite ending. It's so great. Favorite ending. That is so cool. Now I have an idea for my next story. It's going to be about a boy who climbs aboard a rocket ship and takes a trip to Mars. His next story he's going to write more and more
More.
stories, and I think I know just how to begin. There's his drawing, and he is going to pretend and write. Ah, I love this story because writing is so important. If you can write, you can say anything you want. But here's what I know. Even if you can't write with a pencil, can't talk with your mouth, you can think with your mind about what your story should be. And you can make any story you want. You're the boss. So I hope you liked A Squiggly Story as much as I did. And I will see you next time at the Rett University Book Club. Bye-bye.